everybody knows Mbappe will be joining Real Madrid, right? Let's just be honest here. Now, it's not confirmed. And over this past weekend, we had a lot of news reports, a lot of outlets coming out saying that the deal is done. Now, we've been hearing this for like the last 8 years about Mbappe joining Real Madrid, and we just decided, or I've decided, that I'm not going to believe any reports until I see a "here we go" from Fabrizio Romano. And we have not gotten that yet. And actually, today, Fab did give an update, basically saying that Real Madrid are working hard on the deal, but it's not done. Do not believe these reports, basically. But an announcement is expected soon. Now, ESPN, ESPN FC, Bleacher Report, BR Football were all posting edits like it's been announced. But we all know, until you see the "here we go" from Fabrizio, we're not believing it. Now, I think this deal will happen. But again, I thought it happened last summer, and it ended up not going through. So I don't really know what to believe here. Now, as I said, I'm waiting for Fabrizio. Look, I watch this guy's tweets really closely. I have his notifications on, and I can't really remember him getting anything wrong. So once he says that "here we go," that's when you'll see me act real crazy. But we already know it's gonna happen. I just don't know what Mbappe is waiting for. I think maybe this doesn't get announced until after the season, just because there's just no way you could really expect Mbappe to stay in France and announce that he's leaving to join Real Madrid in the middle of the season with those PSG Ultras. Those guys are insane. You guys saw how they showed up at Neymar's house. They were ready to run this guy out of town. So I don't necessarily believe that he will announce it as soon as people may think. Now, I could be wrong. This guy could come out and announce it any hour, maybe tomorrow, maybe this week. Who knows? But I just don't think it'd be in his best interest to do that. Like, I would wait until the season's over, and then I would say I'm going to Real Madrid. I don't want to have to deal with the Ultras booing me, heckling me, showing up outside my house, smashing up my car, trying to sneak into training to beat me up. I don't want to deal with that kind of pressure right now if I'm Mbappe, but this deal will happen. I think he realizes that it's either now or never to come to Real Madrid. I'm telling you guys that right now. There's just no way that if he does not end up joining in the summer, he will come. He knows that if you want to join, you're already 25 years old. You're going to be 26 next year. They're not going to keep waiting for you. There's a bunch of other strikers that would kill their families to come play for Real Madrid. So we got to be honest here, Mbappe. What do you want to do? I mean, do you want to stay at PSG in a Farmers League? A place that nobody respects? I mean, what? It's called League One Uber Eats. Let's be honest. We're not really rating it over there. Now, we know that what you do is fantastic. We know that Mbappe is a big game player. To me, he is the best attacker in the world. I think he's better than Haaland. He's better than Harry Kane. To me, he is okay, maybe not Harry Kane, but he's also way younger. But Mbappe is the guy to me. Like, point is, if I had to pick one young attacker to build my team around, I'm taking this guy. I mean, you see him step up in all these big games. Hat trick in the World Cup final. World Cup winner at 18 years old. Played a big part in that France squad winning. This guy is different. Mbappe is the guy. And PSG, I kind of feel bad for them. I mean, this is a generational talent, and you're going to lose him for free. Mbappe is probably one of the most valuable football players in the world right now. Like, if he had a few years left on his contract, if Real Madrid wanted to get him, you'd have to spend close to $300 million to sign this guy. That's how good he is. He was meant to be breaking transfer records when it's time for him to leave PSG. But it looks like he will leave on a free. Now, it's going to be crazy next season. And I know people are talking about, well, if Mbappe comes, where's Vinny going to go? Yeah, Vinny's going to stay on the left. Rodrigo's going to stay on the right. And Mbappe is going to be down the middle. I know he does not necessarily prefer to play centrally. He likes to come off the left. But he can't think in his head that if he signs for Real Madrid, that Vinny's going to get dropped and he's just going to replace him. No, that doesn't make any sense. Because we're still going to have the same problem of who's going to play in the middle for us. So I think Mbappe knows if you want to join Real Madrid, two things. You're not going to get that number 7 shirt off of Vinny. Okay? You're going to have to play down the middle. And you're going to have to either wear number 9, or you could wait for Luka Modric to leave and then get that number 10. Because who knows what Modric is going to do past this season. But you're not getting 7, and you're not going to predominantly be playing off the left. But there will be some games that Mbappe can operate from that left-hand side. Because don't forget, people, we have Endrick coming in the summer. Endrick's going to be a nice addition to this Real Madrid team. And he's going to start some games as well. So maybe you might want to rest Vinny or Mbappe, start either one of them on that left-hand side. But it's going to be dangerous next season. Because that attack of Rodrigo, Vinny, and Mbappe with the midfield of Jude, Camavinga, Chouameni, Valverde, Arda Güler. Oh my goodness me. What stops that team from winning the quadruple? Forget the treble. What stops Real Madrid from winning the quadruple if Mbappe joins? It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a madness. I'm trying to tell you people. They don't want to see it happen because they know what's going to happen. This is why you see all these reports about, oh, well, Vinny may be sold if Mbappe comes. No, he's not. Real Madrid don't sell. If we don't want to sell you, you're staying. Why the hell would we sell Vinny to fit Mbappe in? Mbappe can play across the front three and bag 40 goals this season at any one of those positions. You think our number 7, Vinny, we're going to be selling him to bring in Mbappe? No. This is Real Madrid. We don't sell players that we don't need to. We get rid of you when we want to. He just got the 7. He's our, I think, you can honestly say, outside of Jude, Vinny's our best attacking player. He's not going anywhere. That duo up front with him and Mbappe is going to be dangerous. I'm telling you guys, there is nothing stopping Real Madrid from winning the quadruple if Mbappe joins the club, and I think he will. There's just no way that he stays at PSG, because if he wanted to remain in France, he would have did that already. There's no point in him waiting to sign a new deal with PSG. We already know that they're going to be able to offer you the most money, and you're going to have control of the club if you re-sign there. We all know that at Real Madrid, you're not going to get as much money. You're not going to have any kind of control over what happens. You're not going to be able to dictate who we sign, who we bring in. So I don't really understand why people think he actually wants to stay in France. He would have done that already. Make that make sense. That's like if you're dating a girl and she says, no, I'm committed to you and I want to be with you, but yet she tells you that she wants to talk to other men on the side. Does that make sense? Because that's what Mbappe's doing. PSG fans think he could possibly stay and that he's committed to them, but he wants to talk to other teams. And I know that I'm being real confident about my squad getting him, but don't make no mistake about it. Other teams have probably reached out to his agent as well to figure out or to see what they can possibly do to bring Mbappe to the club. Because you can't consider yourself a big team or an ambitious club if a player like this hits the market for free and you're not trying to do whatever you can to sign him. Because this is a generational talent. A player of Mbappe's level does not usually end up leaving for free. So, look, I think he will come to Real Madrid. Now, again, we see all the reports that's saying that it's done. I'm going to choose to believe Fabrizio. He's saying nothing's agreed yet. That's what I'm going with, people. So, we will see, but it's definitely going to happen. There's just no way that he passes up on this opportunity. I think he also realizes that if he wants to win a Champions League, a Ballon d'Or, all these other individual awards, I mean, look, he's going to be in the running for all these individual trophies anyways. But if he really wants to put himself in the front runner conversation, he has to realize that he may have to leave PSG. Now, we all know that Messi won the Ballon d'Or in 2024 for something that he did in 2022, which is nonsense because the guy's been playing in America for a year. But aside from them sucking off Messi, usually you have to be playing for a big club to win like a Ballon d'Or. And you also have to do something in the Champions League. And we know that Messi won it because of the World Cup in 2022. He still should have won it in 2024, though. That's a whole nother conversation. Point is, Mbappe, look at what Jude's doing. He's at Real Madrid. He's cooking for us right now. He's the front runner to win the Ballon d'Or next season. And he didn't even win the Champions League or La Liga yet. So imagine if you put Mbappe at Real Madrid with the numbers that he would put up. He'd win about 3 Ballon d'Ors in a row. So we'll see. But he's definitely going to be leaving. I don't think that he will stay at PSG. And the only club that makes sense to me is Real Madrid. Now, I know people were linking him to Liverpool, linking him to all the other clubs. Look, Klopp is leaving. That's not happening anymore. All those rumors are dead. He will be a Real Madrid player. He will be a Madrista come next season. Don't worry about it. And it's going to be real scary, but not for us. I'm telling you, the first trouble in history for Real Madrid is loading next season. And then after that, we're talking about quadruple. And then after that, I might even be looking at an invincible season. I know I'm getting kind of carried away, but look, guys, real scary times ahead. Barca fans, look away. You could only dream of doing great business like what we do. I hate to break that to you, but look, man,